But as we always say on Bad Influence, never mind the hardware, feel the gameplay. Unfortunately, all the other Ultra 64 games at the show were only on video. Ones to look out for, though, are Blastozer, a sort of construction robot dig-em-up from the team that brought you Donkey Kong Country. And Star Wars, Shadow of the Empire, which is being made by Lucasfilms, the creators of Star Wars. So, was it worth the wait? Well, yes and no. The Ultra 64 is an exciting new console with incredible potential, but it's clearly behind schedule. The lack of finished games at the show was a serious disappointment. The new plan is that the console will finally make it into the shops in the USA and Japan next April.
The latest news is that the Ultra 64 should be available in this country in spring 1996. The power of the new Super Consoles is best appreciated in the 3D fighting games like Tekken, Virtua Fighter and Toshinden. The 3D backgrounds can be viewed from a multitude of angles and are very realistic, and the detail on the figures is astonishing. Ellis in Toshinden even has translucent trousers. In fact, the characters are nearly perfect in every respect except one. Can you spot it? If you look closely, you'll see that instead of hair, they have a clump of stuff on their head. It's shaped like hair, it's coloured like hair, but it doesn't really look or move like real hair.
The average head has thousands of individual hairs on it, so it's been impossible to realistically model it on a 3D character. Until now. We've had enough fun with Violet's hair for today, so we're going to scan my head and use it as our model.
So you'll have to sit incredibly still and no talking, please, just for a change. This 3D scanner creates a wireframe model of Sonia's head. It's equipment used by computer and special effects companies to create 3D wireframe models. There's a laser in there that does the scanning. There's also a video camera which records the skin tone and colour of Sonia's head. And the finished results end up on this computer. There she is, and just to show you that it is 3D, I can move her around a bit. I can redraw her from that angle. And there's 3D virtual Sonia looking from the left. That wireframe model of Sonia has also been loaded into this incredibly powerful computer, along with some software called, and I kid you not, CompuHair, which is what I'm going to use to design Sonia's new hairstyle. At the moment, Sonia doesn't have any hair at all. She doesn't have any skin either, well, not that worries. Let's just give Sonia a little bit of hair. Not terribly natural looking at the moment, I'm sure you'll agree, but the good thing about this software is it tracks and calculates the movement of each individual hair dependent on different circumstances that I can program in. So if the hair's too stiff, you just adjust the stiffness quotient and it should begin to look a bit more natural. Now, not long enough really though, is it? It's a bit short for Sonia. There we are. That's more like a natural length. It's beginning to hang a bit naturally, but it needs to be a bit curlier, I think. So at the bottom here, we can make her hair much, much curlier. Now, at the moment, she's obviously only got about 10 hairs, and in reality, Sonia has 80,000 hairs on her head. You don't have to program 80,000 different hairs. Once you've decided the factors that you want, you can just tell the computer to give Sonia some more hair. The true test, though, has to be how this computer-generated hair would react in inclement weather. What, for example, would it be like if it was a windy day? Well, we can test that out just by increasing wind intensity. And even here on this little wireframe model, I'm sure you can see that the hair is behaving like it might do on a windy day. This is just a wireframe model though, but now through the magic of television, I can show you how virtual Sonia and her new hairstyle would look with beautifully rendered graphics.
Take 2 bottles into the shower? Not me. That sort of computer-generated hair will soon be seen in video games like Donkey Kong Country 2. But now for some more of this week's games releases, reviewed by our expert panel.
Attack of the mutant penguins on the Jaguar has the Earth under siege from a horde of rather stupid aliens. Apparently, they were under the impression that the best way to infiltrate society was to come disguised as penguins. Luckily, they soon realised their mistake and donned human disguises as well. It is your task to destroy these aliens disguised as penguins dressed as humans, using diverse weapons like dynamite, frying pans and glue. The Jaguar has lacked a really good game for a while now. Will Attack of the Mutant Penguins redress the balance? Here's Lakesh.
The idea sounded very original, and I was looking forward to playing it. Unfortunately, it was too frustrating to play and impossible to get to grips with. Even after reading the instructions, the aim of the game is not very clear. You're supposed to stop the mutant penguins from reaching the doom scale. To do this, you must capture the little blue gremlins and use them to power penguin-killing machines and open chests to find weapons and power-ups. When you start playing, the game is unrewarding and unforgiving. Even on the first few levels, the aliens often win before you really know what's going on. You've got to be in exactly the right place on the screen to open chests and use machines, which makes the game really frustrating. The gameplay is repetitive. Catch the gremlins, feed the machines, all the while trying to find your weapons. It seems like they're trying to recreate the atmosphere of Lemmings, but they haven't come close to succeeding. From the moment you pick it up to the moment you throw it in the bin, you'll hate it.
What a waste of time. Take away the cute graphics and this game has got nothing going for it.
What a disappointment. This one missed the mark.
And the scores for Attack of the Mutant Penguins, the lowest possible, 1s. A definite don't buy.
A chance to sharpen your reflexes as Zoop slips onto the SNES and most other formats this week. It's a new puzzle game where you have to defend the center square from rows of multicolored shapes. You get rid of the advancing shapes by shooting at ones that are the same color as the center triangle, but you have to be fast as they come at you from 4 directions. Is it as confusing to play as it sounds? Here's iShot with the SNES version.
It's another addictive puzzle game, not quite up to the standard of Tetris and Bomberman, but it's a great idea that should go down well on all consoles. There are several different power-ups you can collect. One of them's a spring, which I've just collected. You collect 5 of these and you clear the board. Also, there's colour bombs. When you collect a colour bomb, which I just have done, the next colour that you shoot, it clears all those in the same square. Part of the gameplay is to change the colour of the triangle. You do this by shooting a shape of a different colour to the triangle already. You get the maximum points by zooping a whole line of the same coloured shapes with the triangle. At the start of the game, it's best to let the lines build up so you can get loads of points while the game's still flowing. It's a simple idea but very effective, although I would have liked a bit more variation in the gameplay.
It's one of those games that you'll find frustrating, but you'll just keep coming back for more.
This is a really fast game which needs fast reactions. It's wonderful and extremely addictive.
And the scores for Zoop, proving that the gameplay is more important than the graphics, are 4 from both the boys and the girls.
Sonia would like this week's competition prize. It's this puppy. We'll send it to you in a padded envelope. No, I'm only joking. It's actually a Mega Drive with a copy of Vectorman. And the competition question is, what breed is this puppy? Is it A, a Golden Retriever, B, an Alsatian, or C, a Dalmatian? Give us a call with your answer on 0891 800 300. That's 0891 800 300. The call will cost you no more than 25p. Lines will stay open until midnight on Sunday, but do please get permission from whoever pays the phone bill before you dial, and we always check to make sure you have.
And remember, you can't win if you don't ask permission. Now, the competition prize 2 weeks ago was a PlayStation with a copy of the original new game Worms, plus this football signed by football stars Andy Cole and Lee Clark. And we asked, how long was the longest earthworm ever found? The answer is an astonishing 7 meters. Now, we had over 14,500 entries, but the lucky winner is Martin Crooks from Sheffield. 10 runners up get Bad Influence Bad Crew t-shirts, and their names are running across the screen now.
So well done to you. Next week, Violet Berlin checks out an air-sea rescue simulator with star guests in the shape of the Gladiators and some coin-op conversions in the studio. But we'll leave you with more of those Ultra 64 games. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So what's the latest with the fish, Andy?
Well, things were going really well, but now they're not. And my fish are dead. Look, there's one, look, and then there's Ron lying extinct. I think I need a bit more practice with the thermostat. Sorry.
I think I'll